Is Caleb Ikwara. I am a teacher of chemistry, and today I want us to solve. I would like us to solve one question or two about chemistry. Now, the first question that I have, it says, complete the diagram below to show the electronic configuration of chlorine atom. Now here we have already chlorine atom has, the shells has already been drawn about chlorine. Now we want to represent this chlorine. We want to represent the electronic configuration of chlorine in this structure. Now, you should, before you even write the electronic configuration of chlorine, you should know the rules that govern on how to write the electronic configuration of any atom of any element. Now here, the first rule says the first shell. This one, the first shell of any electronic structure of any element. The first shell is being filled by a maximum of 2 electrons. That's the rule in writing the structure of chlorine, electronic configuration of chlorine. Not only chlorine, any other element or any other atom of any element. Now here, the second shell is being filled by a maximum of also 8 electrons. And for the first 20 elements of the periodic table, because we are dealing with elements on the periodic table, the first 20 elements of the periodic table, the third shell is also filled by a maximum of 8 electrons. Now, after knowing this, then you will come and ask yourself, chlorine is number what in the periodic table? What's the atomic number of chlorine? Here, we all know that chlorine is atomic number 17. So it means, if you took chlorine atomic number 17, it means it has 17 protons. It has also 17 electrons. 17 protons and 17 electrons. And because we are using electrons to write the electron configuration, it means we represent 17 electrons in this structure. And the way we have said that we write the first shell occupies a maximum of 2 electrons. So it means we write 2 electrons here. We can use a cross to represent the electrons. So the first shell has been filled by a maximum of 2 electrons. Then now from 17, we are left with 17 subtract 2, we are left with 15 electrons. And the way I've said that the second shell is being filled by a maximum of also 8 electrons. Let's represent 8 electrons here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It means the second shell is also full. Now, from 15, we have used again 8 electrons. How many are we left with? We are left with 7 electrons. Now these 7 electrons, because the third shell has a maximum of 8 electrons, we represent these all 7 electrons in the third shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in this case, it means this one is the electronic structure of what? Of chlorine. So this is the electronic structure of chlorine. The first shell being filled by 2 electrons, the second shell by 8, and the third shell by 7 electrons. Okay.